This week on Maker Update, a Pi-powered Rubik's Cube solving robot, hacking your own tabletop pinball machine, a look at Fiberfix tape, and a new issue of Make magazine. It's Wednesday, September 13th. I'm Donald Bell, and welcome to another Maker Update. I hope you're all doing okay, and thank you for sticking with me last week. I know I threw more videos at you than usual. It's gonna mellow out now. Big news for me this week is that I've been officially accepted to do a presentation at the East Bay Mini Maker Faire. October 22nd, I'll be doing a talk on my favorite projects from my first year of doing the show. So it's going to be a Maker Update best of sort of talk thing. So you should come check it out. With that, let's get started with this week's show, starting with the project of the week. Check out this Rubik's Cube solving robot by O.T. Vinta. The design uses 3D printing for most of its frame and gearing, plus a mount for an $8 webcam on the back. That webcam is used to monitor and read the color patterns on the Rubik's Cube to determine what moves to make. The processing is handled by a Raspberry Pi, though the latest software can also be run from a Windows computer. A $30 12-channel servo controller board from Pololu is also needed to drive the 8 different servos used by this design. Now, the total cost of this project is around $200, and I don't know your situation, but I suspect very few of you are so infuriated by your Rubik's Cube that you need to spend $200 to build a robot to solve it. That said, this is such a fun project on so many levels. Really, it's a window into robotic automation, right? You're learning about how to build a robot that can see and manipulate a real-world object. That's cool. And you may be out $200, but you can take that project experience so many places. Plus, you can be a hero who solves all of your friends' cubes. You can find the 3D print files on Thingiverse and a full project write-up and bill of materials on otvinta.com. Another recent project I love is this tabletop iPad adapter for playing pinball, made by John Park. John made an initial version of this a few months back using a $20 Teensy board and an off-the-shelf plastic adapter. His new version uses the new $10 Gemma M0 board, simplified code using CircuitPython instead of Arduino, and a custom enclosure using extruded aluminum bar and brackets. The end result looks really nice, and because everything clips together, there's no soldering and it's a good project for beginners. The cornerstone of the project is setting up the Gemma to emulate a USB keyboard. Through the code, you're mapping the connected arcade buttons to keystrokes. It's sort of like a makey-makey board, except that for it to work with this particular arcade protocol that the pinball game uses, you have to send different letters for press and release. So a press might be sent as the letter Y, but a release would be sent as the letter T. With the included code, the Gemma has no problem pulling it off, and there's no latency issues that I can see. It's time for another cool tools review. This time around, I'm going to show you guys Fiberfix. I picked this stuff up on Amazon for around $8, and if you're into it, you can pick some up yourself using the link in the description, which helps to support my videos and the Cool Tools blog. This stuff is sold as a single-use roll and pitched as a kind of super tape that can mend broken tool handles or attach the muffler back onto your car. Using the included gloves, you soak the roll in water for a few seconds, wrap it around the thing you're fixing, and after a 10-minute setup time, it's supposed to stick everything together and become hard as steel. Sort of like an all-in-one fiberglass resin wrap. Sounds cool, but I really had to rack my brain thinking of something to use it on. I'm hoping it can help me with my go-kart handlebar, which is this mashup of bike parts that tends to slip out of alignment. By wrapping it up, I'm hoping it will seize together and maybe even look cooler. A little piece of sandpaper is included to rough up the surface, which helps it stick. Gloves are also included because apparently this resin here is no fun if it sticks to your skin. I soak it in water for 5 seconds and then quickly wrap what I'm trying to fix before it sets. After it's wrapped, it's recommended that you wrap it again with this included vinyl strap just to keep pressure on while it sets up. Here it is after 15 minutes. It's hard like the outside of a cast, and you can sand it or paint it, but unlike a cast where your arm can kind of still slip around, the resin in here sticks hard to what you've wrapped it on. Supposedly it's watertight. I can at least vouch for it being tough. The big downside as I see it is that it's a one-shot deal. As soon as you open the bag, moisture, even just from the air, is enough to begin the curing process. You can cut it and use as much or as little as you want, but there's no saving the rest for later. That said, for $8, it's one of those tools that's probably good to have on hand as part of an emergency kit. So that's Fiberfix. You can pick some up using the Amazon link in the description. And remember, you can see thousands of reader-recommended tools like this at cool-tools.org. I have a few other quick tips to share with you this week. Through Gareth Branwin's Tips of the Week column on Make, I found this short video from Frank Ippolito on Tested about using a disposable resealable bag around your scale to keep it from getting gummed up. Frank mixes up a lot of latex and resins for prop molds, so I can see that really helping. There's also a good one from Karen Carter, aka Tool School, on marking dovetail joints with tape before cutting them, which prevents tear out and just helps you be more precise. Finally, volume 59 of Make Magazine is out this week. It's a DIY home issue, and there's a great piece I dog-eared in here on making your own off-the-grid office. Someday I'd like to get at least my studio here running on solar, and this was a neat peek at how to get that done. Maker fairs! So many maker fairs this weekend, including Hannover, Germany, Floresville, Texas, Portland, Oregon, Troy, New York, Seattle, Washington, Bergstraße, Germany, Trieste, Italy, Düsseldorf, Germany, Hangzhou, China, and Boston, Massachusetts. One of those has got to be near you, so go make it happen. Also, remember that I'll be at the East Bay Mini Maker Faire on October 22nd, so come say hello. And that's it for this week's show. Be sure to subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and you can pick up some Fiberfix if you are so inclined. You can also sign up for my weekly email list at makerprojectlab.com, where I have little bonus projects that I'll include with that didn't make the show. And if you missed my 1-year anniversary bonus video that I sent out last week, I'll link to it here at the very end of the video. You can go check that out. All right? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.